What is up, fellow humans of the cardboard? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Tonight, we have Structure Deck, Lost, Sanctuary. Ours first three cards is extremely hype. I've already seen that there is a Synchro and what looks to be a new Master Hyperion card. This is one of the structures I've been really hyped for. I end up going back and forth because then there are structure decks that I just do not care about at all, literally at all, like the god decks that we're getting like right now. But this is one I'm very hyped for. I've always liked the agent cards. I thought they were cool, and I still think some of them are actually kind of decent. There's the one that's like a Stratos for the archetype. I think that's Earth. Don't quote me on that though. Then you have Venus, of course, is actually still an insane like link climb card. And I actually don't think Master Hyperion's that bad of a card. He extends himself pretty easily and he's just like removal. So even regular Master Hyperion could be part of this strategy. But let's get into this. I have not read a single word about this stuff. I just saw that there was a Synchro. All right, so Hyperion returns. Agents arrive to the old structure decks that have evolved to Structure Deck R. A new powerful Synchro monster is also going to be printed. Okay, Master Flare Hyperion. This is a light fairy Synchro effect monster. His design is insanely dope. He looks so cool. He's a level 10. Another level 10. And his stats are 32 and 26. 3200 is huge. He requires any tuner plus any one or more non-tuner fairy monsters. So that's actually pretty damn generic. As long as you've got a fairy in there, he is makeable. Okay, very cool. All right, he has two hard once per turn effects. The first one reads, you can send one, the agent monster, or one monster that specifically lists Sanctuary in the sky in its text from your hand, deck, or extra deck to the graveyard. Until the end of this turn, this card's name becomes that sent monster's effect and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. Ooh, that's a lot of different utility. Wow, and that's just once per turn. That's really nice. You get a Foolish Burial. On top of that, you get to copy certain effects. That's really cool. I'm going to have to go back and see exactly what targets we have to send with this. But that already is really nice. I mean, that throws an agent engrave to be able to like summon Hyperion. We'll see it with this other one because I see there's another Hyperion monster below. So we'll see. Very cool first effect. Also, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish a fairy from your hand or grave, then target a card on the field and banish it. Okay. So not a negate, but it is just a quick banish from anything on the field. And I like that it's not specifically monster effects, specifically spell or trap effects. I like that it's just any effect your opponent tries to activate. It's kind of cool. So this is kind of like Berserker of the Tenyi, but a little better, I think, in terms of disruption. Because you're banishing any card on the field, not just the card that they're activating. And it responds to any activation, not just a monster effect. So pretty cool. Not a bad monster at all. I think the first effect has nice, helpful, helpfulness to the deck. Again, I have to go back and see what we get to send, but that second effect's not a bad disruption. Very cool. Very cool. And it's pretty generic for fairies. Next up, we have another Hyperion. This is Majesty Hyperion. This is a dark fairy effect monster, level 8, 21 and 27. So I believe that's Hyperion's stats flipped, if I'm not mistaken. You can only special summon this card by the first procedure once per turn. First effect, you can special summon this card from hand or grave by banishing an agent from hand, field, or grave. That is a really, really nice summoning condition. That is extremely easy to do. It's any agent, and from grave just makes it like summon like Conductor, but even easier. Very nice, already a quick, easy extender. Second effect, your opponent takes any damage you would have taken from battles involving your fairy monsters instead. That's just a little bonus effect. I don't expect that to be all too relevant, but, cool enough. And the last effect, once per turn, you can banish one fairy monster from your hand or graveyard, then target a card in either graveyard, banish it. If Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field or in the graveyard, you can activate this effect up to twice per turn. Okay. The third effect, to be honest, the fact that it's slow really, really hurts this. I mean, listen, he is a super easy extender, right? So he helps you potentially get to the Synchro easier, potentially get you to rank 8 plays, because Hyperion, I believe, is also an 8, regular Hyperion. If this was a quick effect, I'd be much more interested, especially with like Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. Double DD Crow would be pretty nice, but it is a slow effect, and I do think that hurts him quite a bit. Not useless, for sure, not useless, but assuming this deck wants to like maintain fairies in grave just as a resource, right? You need to banish them. That actually might not be the greatest. Just continue banishing them, but not a bad effect. I just think the biggest thing here is just a super easy monster to summon as an extender in the deck. And the last card we have here is the Agent of Life, Neptune. This is a light fairy effect monster. He's level 1, 0 attack, 600 defense. You can only use his first and second effects once per turn each. First effect, you can discard this card to special summon one agent monster from your hand or grave except for himself, but it cannot be tributed until the end of your opponent's turn. If Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field or in grave, you can special summon a Hyperion monster instead. Okay. Second effect, if this card becomes banished, add one Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck to your hand. Okay, this card's pretty nice, okay? First effect, really nice extender, essentially. Pull something out of the hand or out of the grave. That's really good with Venus specifically, right? Because Venus just like is going to bait every hand trap known to man other than Ash. And so like if they ogre it, gamma it, I don't know, even impermit, right? You can try to link it off, then use this to just summon it back and just keep going off with her and just link climb up. That's pretty damn good. Also, Sanctuary in the Sky, just bonus if you have Sanctuary in. I like that it's on field or in graves. Even if Sanctuary gets outed or something, or you discard it for some effect, you still can get the bonus effect of summoning Hyperions back. Not half bad. And then the last effect is also really nice because that's what I was saying. Like, I don't like that this deck is kind of built around like you get these bonus effects, but you only get the bonus effects with Sanctuary. And like I think about Salamangrates, right? Like Salamangrates kind of don't do enough without Sanctuary on the field, but the bonus effects are nice. It's just a shame that Sanctuary doesn't really do anything itself, right? It just enables the other cards to be a little bit better. The difference there is that Banelinks is a card for them, and they just so easily get access to their Sanctuary. And so this deck needed a super easy way to get access to it. Hopefully this helps with that. I also like that there's no other restriction. When you discard them from hand to reborn an agent, there's no restriction of like you're locked into fairies, you can't do whatever. There's no restriction there except for not being tributable, whatever. That's totally cool. So I like that he gets you a free Sanctuary in the Sky, assuming you're just gonna like banish him to get like this guy on field or whatever, and that'll just get you a free Sanctuary. Not too bad. I think this is a nice little start. Doesn't blow me away, to be honest. And these are just a bunch of reprints for the OCG set version. So don't forget that this is the OCG structure deck R series, and we've seen this with like Warrior Strike R. We ended up getting like the Infernoble stuff and the Phoenix God Gearfried in a set like Toon Chaos. They ended up being very expensive because of it, and so hopefully these don't end up in a set like that, but who knows? It's Konami, right? But all in all, I think it's fine. I think the boss monster is decent. It's decent payoff for what you're putting in. I don't think I see enough yet from the agent stuff to really turbo into this super easily. But that doesn't mean we won't get that, right? There's only 3 cards. We'll probably get somewhere between 6 and 7 new cards for the structure deck, and so we've got a lot of spells and traps to get here. I don't know if we'll get any more monsters, but the spells and traps I think will be where the deck really is going to try to make a splash. So and pull it all together. But I think it's a pretty good start all in all. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think on these new cards. I'm curious to see if you guys know a little bit more than me, any specific interactions that these cards have with the older cards that I might have missed. Of course, throw that in there. And yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all Yu-Gi-Oh card reveals. I reveal pretty much any dope card that gets revealed, and Konami does that a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Nice.